We're going to be taking a look at a video on Waffle House, the Roman Colosseum of the South. Really interested to see what's going to be happening with the Waffle House. Obviously, I hear about it a lot from you guys in America. Excited to get into this. Before we do, appreciate if you guys can subscribe on. Let's see what we got.
Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. I actually debated on which channel I was going to upload this video on because on one hand, we're going over a business and the business model that it has. But on the other hand, this restaurant is basically the Roman Colosseum of the South. And I'm pretty sure if you eat there enough, you actually get a deployment patch from the U.S. military. Regardless, I wore my schnazziest tank top for the occasion.
Wait, why is this?
Today we're talking about Waffle House. Okay, just to be completely clear with everybody, I was pretty sure I was not going to get caught off guard because Waffle House is already absolutely crazy. I started looking into it and then found out that Waffle House is somehow connected to the Manhattan Project from World War II. So,
wait, how? What? Wait, is it a Waffle House just a place that sells waffles?
They managed to actually surprise me, and we're gonna get to it right after a word from our sponsor. Yeah, babe, what's up?
Hey, I need.
Okay, that ringtone might be the best ringtone of all time. Star Wars, you can't beat it, dude. Can't beat it.
That you haven't even gotten yet. So if you want to give Delete Me a try, there's going to be a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, Waffle House. Our story begins with a gentleman by the name of Tom Faulkner. This man graduated from law school at 23 years old, passed the bar, and immediately gets drafted in 1940 in the days leading up to World War II. Because he graduated from college, he's presented with two different options. He can A, go straight into officer training, and that's a 3-year commitment, or he can just be a normal draftee and go in as an enlisted soldier, and that is a 1-year commitment. Now, you got to remember, at this point in time, like 1940, while World War II is currently going on, America's not involved yet. The attack on Pearl Harbor has not happened. And
okay, so America's just busy making waffles? Is that what's happening?
Prior to the attack on Pearl Harbor, the American people did not want to go to war. Because of that, Tom Faulkner figures, hey, we're not actually going off to war. I don't want to waste 3 years of my time just being in the military, not actually, you know, fighting a war or whatever. So he chooses to be a draftee. Goes into the military as an enlisted soldier, E1 private. From there, goes off to basic training. As soon as he gets through basic training, the attack on Pearl Harbor ends up happening. America enters the war. He immediately opts to go into OCS training and commits for 3 years. After he completes the officer training course, he actually gets slotted to be a counterintelligence officer where he does, and I quote, a lot of top secret stuff.
You see, my identity must remain mysterious and my mission secret. I cannot reveal it to you.
You can actually tell in the interviews that he gave later on in his life, like in his 70s, 80s, and 90s, that he's still not sure what he is and what he isn't.
I was just thinking that, bro, you're being secretive to a kid sat right there, right? And you're telling the kids you're being this. I feel like a part of being a secret agent, you don't really tell people that you're a secret agent, right?
Allowed to talk about, but he did end up telling us that basically it was his job to try to sneak onto military bases, not as military personnel. So he would basically disguise himself as like a painter or a carpenter or whatever, and try to infiltrate a U.S. military base to expose weaknesses within the system to help counteract enemy spies. So he does that for a couple of years, and then one day he ends up getting orders like, hey, you're going to Knoxville, Tennessee. And he's like, okay, for what? And they're like, don't fucking worry about it, just show up. So he shows up in Tennessee and he's given his orders, and those orders, I'm paraphrasing here, but they're essentially, hey, here's your partner. You two are going to hop in that truck and you are going to drive it from Knoxville, Tennessee to Los Alamos, New Mexico. You guys are
Okay. This is what they kind of do with the drugs. You know what I'm saying? The drug cartels, they're like, hey, you're going to hop into this truck. You're going to drive there. Don't ask why. Don't look in the back. Just go.
You're going to dress in plain clothes. You're not going to look at what's inside the truck. You're not going to talk about what's inside the truck. You're going to...
Yo, are they dealing drugs?
Take this map and take that exact route. This route avoids every major city and every major highway. You are going to drive straight there 53 hours straight, taking turns sleeping in the passenger seat and not stopping for any reason whatsoever. And he does this for the next year and a half, pretty much non-stop. And then like 20, 30 years after the fact, he finds out that he was actually hauling the majority of the enriched uranium for all of the nuclear testing and the building of nuclear weapons, which, as we all know, brings about the end of World War II.
Wait, that's like a next level up to drugs.
At which point he gets out of the military, moves back home to Atlanta, Georgia, starts helping his dad out with his real estate agency. Now he does that for about 10 years, and during this time he ends up selling the house right next door to his to another guy by the name of Joe Rogers, and they pretty much become best friends. Joe Rogers was also an Army veteran. He was actually a pilot that flew B-24s in World War II. When Joe got back home after the war, he did not want to go off to college, so he actually just took the first job that he was offered, being a short order cook at a now defunct restaurant chain known as Toddle House. He worked his way up, becoming a
Toddle House, Waffle House. Toddle House, What? Okay, I see where this is going.
A restaurant manager, then eventually becoming a regional manager. And then one day his neighbor and best friend, Tom Faulkner, real estate agent, always looking for the next investment, comes to him and is like, hey, I'm thinking about opening up my own restaurant. I can get the real estate deal going on that side. I just wanted to know, like, if I opened up and bought a franchise of Toddle House, would you be willing to run it for me? Now, at this point, it's like 1954, 1955. Joe Rogers has a ton of experience inside the restaurant industry, and he basically tells his best friend, like, hey, don't open a Toddle House. You should start your own thing. Toddle House's business model isn't that great. If you start your own restaurant, I will help you run it. He then goes off on vacation with his family, and by the time he comes back, Tom Faulkner has already bought the real estate and comes to Rogers and is like, cool, what's the business we're starting?
Where's Pancake's house?
Waffle House.
We stop at Pancake's house.
And within the span of like 6 months, the very first of what is now the legendary restaurant chain of Waffle House.
You know what? That is a very, very, very cool story of a startup. I ain't gonna lie. That is quite cool.
Opens. And Waffle House is legendary, probably for all the wrong reasons. I mean, even if you've never been to a Waffle House, you've heard about Waffle House because, well, I mean, Kid Rock got in a fight there. You've got Haley Booth, the viral Waffle House cook known as the last chairbender.
What? Wait. What is going on? All I know about Waffle House, yeah, is they sell waffles and people like to go there. Like, they're open all hours a day, right? Like 24/7. And people like to go there very, 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 very late. Like, it's a very good place to go, like, after you've been drinking or whatnot. Or early hours in the morning, right?
Entire subreddits and YouTube channels almost exclusively dedicated to all the fights that break out at Waffle House.
Oh my God.
I remember the first time I went to a Waffle House. I stretched first, I grabbed a GoPro, I was ready to yell World Star, Nothing exciting happened. I just had delicious breakfast at like 3 o'clock in the morning, which is probably 99% of people's experiences because despite all of the negative PR, Waffle House makes a ton of money and has an incredible business model. Right. Okay, Waffle House had about $1.4 billion in revenue last year, which is about $650,000 per location. And we
1.4 billion. 1.4 billion in a year. Yo, can I make a pancake house?
Take into consideration that each Waffle House is absolutely tiny. That's really impressive. Out of their 2,100 tiny Waffle House locations, their yearly stats are 58 million cups of coffee, 124 million waffles, 153 million servings of hash browns, 272 million eggs, which is about 2% of all the eggs consumed in the United States of America, and 85 million strips of bacon. Yes, I did the math. That is about 8,000 miles worth of bacon.
I worry what you just heard was, give me a lot of bacon and eggs. What I said was, give me all the bacon and eggs.
All the bacon.
So Waffle House is obviously doing something right. What exactly are they doing? Well, it all comes down to their business model and their branding. Now, with the Waffle House branding, all the negative PR about fights always breaking out at Waffle House, in a way, has actually helped them out a ton because Waffle House, by and large, is pretty much a regional chain. It's primarily down in the South. Yet, Waffle House has become a household name pretty much everywhere in America. You could have never even seen a Waffle House, and you already know Waffle House is open 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and they serve breakfast. Why do you know?
Hey, what did I just say? I live in the UK. I don't even live in America, and I know they're 24/7, and they serve breakfast at early hours of the morning. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yo, even I know that. And it is true. Like, I've not heard about the fights in Waffle House, but it's true. Like, if I've seen a Waffle House, like, when I go to America and I see a Waffle House, I'm definitely going there.
You know, they serve breakfast because their name is fucking Waffle House. I mean, look at this sign. You're driving down the road, you see that, you know everything you need to know. They sell breakfast. The end. Do that with another breakfast place. If you're not from there and you don't know what a Denny's or a Perkins or an IHOP is, you have no idea. It's just a restaurant, maybe. Waffle House, they're selling waffles, which means there's like a 99% chance they sell other breakfast food.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Fucking sold. I'm in. So already, the branding is absolutely incredible, but here's the true genius of it. Why did they call it Waffle House? Why didn't they call it Breakfast House or Bacon House or Hash Brown House? It's because waffles had the highest profit margin. I cannot stress to you enough how absolutely genius that is, right? Because you don't need to sell breakfast, all right? Everybody's already in on breakfast, okay?
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves a good breakfast. Not that I eat breakfast all the time, but like you can't go wrong with a good breakfast, man. You really can't.
I could be blackout drunk at 4 in the morning.
Breakfast.
And you could ask me, hey, do you want breakfast? I'm coming up like the Undertaker every single time. And then you go, the only thing open right now is Waffle House. Okay, I was already sold on breakfast from the get-go, but because Waffle House is where we're going, guess what I'm getting? A motherfucking waffle, and they're making more money. It makes sense that Tom Faulkner was a counterintelligence officer because the man literally said 2 words and has already subconsciously tricked you into ordering the most expensive thing on the menu.
Oh man, you know what? I've actually got waffles and maple syrup downstairs. After this, I might get a waffle. I'm gonna have to, bro. It's making me hungry. It won't be as good as these waffles, but hey, a waffle's a waffle, man.
That makes him the most money. So the branding of Waffle House is both simple and brilliant, and the rest of the business model matches that to a T. Okay, all Waffle Houses are like virtually identical. They're very small. They only seat like 30 people, and you can actually see the cook making you your food. Now, at a glance, you're just
See, that's so interesting to me as a Brit. As a Brit, it's very rare that you see a cook making your food when you go to a restaurant. Very rare, bro.
Oh, they're just going for that like 1950s drive-through type of a vibe, which they
like. You can see McDonald's workers making the food, but would you really call McDonald's workers cooks? I don't know. You don't really refer to them as like the cook making the food, do you? You just stick it on there, and, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't know. Would you call McDonald's workers cooks? Nah, I don't know. I don't think. But you can see them working in the back, but that's it.
They are, but there's way more to it than that. Because the restaurant is so small, the kitchen never has the opportunity to get bogged down, meaning that they're moving tables very, very quickly. So instead of having one kitchen and 100 customers, you've got one kitchen and 30 customers, and you can just turn those tables over 3 times faster, which pretty much guarantees that every customer is going to get exactly what they wanted. Okay, they're not going in there for 5-star dining. They're going in there because they're hungry and they want breakfast. And now they're going to get breakfast really quick in a small setting that doesn't feel like a packed restaurant where they have to wait in line to be seated. And
that is good.
Thinking, what if one Waffle House just reaches its maximum capacity, right? What if it's just completely full with a line out the door 24/7 every day of the year? Waffle House surely would build a bigger Waffle House, right? No, we're going to take the same parking lot and right next to that first Waffle House, we're going to build a second fucking Waffle House.
Oh my
okay?
Wait.
Plan is working.
Wait. Huh?
Would build a bigger Waffle House, right? No, we're going to take the same parking lot and right next to that.
Wait. So, because you're getting so busy, they're that small. They're sticking to their small theme, so they're just building loads. Right next to each other.
First Waffle House, we're gonna build a second fucking Waffle House, okay? The plan is working, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. Which is one of those things that seems dumb, but is actually brilliant. So obviously, speed is key to this business model, and they've done themselves a big favor with their menu because their menu is overwhelmingly simple, okay? It's literally one side of one piece of paper. Okay, the entire menu is comprised.
Wait, this is the whole menu? Alright, this is cool. So we got eggs, toast, bacon, sausage, waffles, obviously. Alright, cool. Cool. The only thing is missing as a Brit is some beans. But you guys are American, man. You guys don't really care about that. But yeah, cool. Alright, so they keep it nice. Steak and eggs. Oh, okay, you get steak and eggs there? Oh, wow.
Of like 10 things. They have waffles, sausage, bacon, ham, eggs, toast, biscuits, gravy, butter, and syrup. Guess how many flavors of syrup they have? 1. It's fucking syrup-flavored syrup. The entire menu is simple, exactly how it's supposed to be. Oh, sorry, they have hash browns too. Sorry, 11 things.
Wait.
It's simple, exactly how it's supposed to be. Oh, sorry.
Upgrade to a large hash brown for 50 cents. 50 cent topping, 40 cent topping. Alright, it's quite cheap, isn't it? Add bacon $1. Oh, yeah, this is very cheap.
Sorry, they have hash browns too. Sorry, 11 things,
this
not
is
10.
good.
Anyways, moving on. Another reason they do so good is they actually might be the best fast food chain when it comes to taking care of their employees. They pay them higher than average. They have super flexible schedules. And they're one of, if not the only fast food chain that actually offers all their employees healthcare and dental insurance. Okay, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, but really, how good are they actually treating the Waffle House employees? I got the one stat that's everything you need to know, okay? Waffle House treats their employees so well that employees are willing to commute commute into a natural disaster to work at a different Waffle House when the occasion arises.
What?
Yeah, Waffle House is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and they fucking mean it, okay? Whenever there's like a hurricane coming or some type of impending natural disaster, Waffle House organizes what they call a jump team, a bunch of Waffle House employees from a different region that's going to be unaffected because they know that their local employees are going to be busy taking care of their own family and their own houses during a hurricane.
Oh my God. Holy, they've got like an emergency team system? Bro.
So they bring in teams from outside the region to work inside of a natural fucking
that's
disaster,
smart, to be
and they're
fair.
willing to do it.
I never said thank you.
That's smart, to be fair. But yo, listen, if you're in the middle of a tornado, are people even going to be bothered about getting a Waffle's house? Like, is it really that good? You're like, yo, hey, tornado's about to hit my house, dude. Hey, but before we move and pack our stuff, let's get a Waffle House. I suppose you ain't got time to cook at your own place because you're too busy, you know, panicking and, you know, hey, you know what? Hey, fair play to them. They're not open during the hurricane or tornado, right? Like, I know they're 24/7, but let's say the tornado is literally hitting Waffle House. Is still going to be in there cooking? They probably are, aren't they? They probably are.
And you'll never have to.
Okay, McDonald's can barely get their employees to show up on a good day, and Waffle House has employees volunteering to commute into a fucking hurricane to make breakfast. And this is the most impressive part of the business because Waffle House has the best logistics and preparedness of any company I've ever seen ever. The only entity that beats them in logistical capacity is the United States military. Waffle House is literally ready for absolutely anything. Every single Waffle House has the playbook inside of it that details exactly how the staff is supposed to handle literally any type of emergency or situation that could possibly arise. And if for some any type of emergency or situation that could possibly
unit ready checklist, LED battery lights, 2 flashlights, extra batteries, longer liar, 3 compartment sink stoppers, tongs to use pick up pre-cooked meat, first aid kit. Bro, are they going to war or cooking for
arise? And if for some reason the situation comes across that isn't in that playbook, after it happens, they immediately add it to the playbook.
Wow.
It covers tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, a hole in the roof from a branch falling, a car driving into the restaurant. You can drive a car into Waffle House and they're still planning on staying open. The playbook even has detailed plans for...
What? Wait, so they're not... Wait, Waffle House legit aren't closing for anything? Do they have a plan for like a nuclear war? Like, let's say we get into a nuclear war and a nuclear bomb is just hit America. Do they have a plan in their playbook to stay open during this time?
Every type of disaster for what the local employees, while they're not working, should go home and do to make sure that their house and their family are safe as well. Every single Waffle House has a backup generator. The stovetop, it runs on propane, and they have a bunch of extra propane tanks on hand. Flashlights, candles, batteries, backup water. They have a special menu of what they're able to serve when the water is out and they're running on reserve water.
Oh my
when a
God.
Waffle House location is going to be in a disaster area, that Waffle House stocks up on extra food, and then all of the neighboring locations in the unaffected area also stock up and stage food there to get them more food when they need it. If Waffle House is a standing structure, those motherfuckers are serving breakfast come hell or high water.
I'm not leaving.
Hey, Waffle House are literally designed like military system, mate. I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving!
Waffle House is so good at this that FEMA uses them to gauge how bad natural disasters really are. Yes, FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, literally uses the Waffle House Index to gauge how bad a disaster is. Okay, green, Waffle House is running as normal. Yellow, Waffle House is using the backup generator or having to use an altered menu. Red, Waffle House is closed. People are probably already fucking dead by that point.
The only way Waffle House is closed is if it's that bad of a natural disaster, people are dead, bro.
Waffle House is literally the Terminator of the fast food industry, okay? The fact that the federal government, probably the most powerful entity on the planet, maybe ever, looks at a chain of restaurants and is like, man, if Waffle House is closed, we need to mobilize the National Guard is fucking crazy. Now, maybe you guys are thinking the same thing I was at this point in my research, and I'm like, man, I need to invest in this company. I need to see if I can open up my own Waffle House franchise. This company's awesome. And this is where the bad news comes in. I mean, technically you can franchise a Waffle House, but most of us probably can't. The company is privately owned. It's not on the stock market. It's still owned by the families of the original 2 founders. And while they do allow franchises, they are super picky about—
Hey, that sucks for people that wants to invest into it, because I'm sure people would, but hey, that's cool for them. You know what I mean?
Who they let buy in to have a franchise, and they make it very, very expensive to buy in to make sure this is actually what you want. And while that is unfortunate, I think it's actually kind of awesome. It's a company that actually has morals and cares about their image more than they care about next quarter's profits. It's a company that has committed themselves to making breakfast under any circumstances, and they're gonna see that through till the very end, even though they could probably make way more money by just selling franchises and letting whoever the fuck throw up a Waffle House. And now for the fairy tale ending, Joe and—
No, that is actually really cool, their morals behind it all, instead of just like, I like that. It's like they're putting more care into it. It will make me actually want to eat there more than you know, just throwing it up like crazy. But now that I've heard this story, I definitely want to eat there now.
Worked together as best friends for 62 years to build Waffle House into what it is today. They both passed away at the ages of 97 and 98, and now Waffle House and their legacy today. They both passed away at the ages of 97 and 98, and now Waffle House and their legacy lives on as that company is still being operated by their kids, and that is the American dream. Get together with one of your best friends, pick a goal, even if it's something as simple as serving breakfast to people, and never let anything get in between you and achieving your goal, even hurricanes and floods and natural disasters, apparently. Work with your best buddy for 62 years straight, and then die together and hand it off to your kids. In conclusion, Waffle House is the most American company ever, and that's why I love it. Thank you for watching.
Really cool, man.
Go buy some merch.
Hey, that has honestly really made me want to go Waffle House even more now. Like, I've got a list of places I want to go to America, and now it's just jumped up a load of spots.
Over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack,
I enjoyed that story. Really cool. Really cool. Enjoyed that a lot.
Just 2 homies that dedicated their life to serving my drunk ass breakfast at 3 a.m. I'm gonna get teary-eyed next time I go to a Waffle House.
Yeah, but really good story. Let me know what you guys think tonight in the comment section. Let me know if you guys do like Waffle House, or if you go there as well. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. Live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.